What's up, guys? This is Alex, aka Huey Hooligan. Today, something crazy happened. I Am Music, the long awaited Playboy Cardi album, finally dropped today. And I just listened to the whole thing, and it's a pretty good album, I can't lie. I just wanted to share a couple of my favorite tracks, some of my tracks that I personally thought were good, some tracks that I personally thought were shit. And yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts with all you guys. So let's start off with the good before the bad, always. Rather Lie. That was one of the songs that popped up, featuring The Weeknd. Definitely, it was a Weeknd song, but Cardi's spit on it. You know, he did his thing. He spit his verses on it. It was good, but like I said, overall, it just felt like a Weeknd song, like the Weeknd song. You know, like it was Weeknd on the hook, Weeknd singing through most of it, and then like a little Cardi verse, and then Weeknd back on the hook. So yeah, it was Rather Lie was a good song, but it definitely wasn't like the Cardi type song. Like I don't think it should have been on the album. It would have been good on fucking The Weeknd's album, but definitely not I Am Music. All right. And I think one of my next favorites that is a good track was Backdoor featuring Janae Aiko and Kendrick. And, you know, literally it's just an all around good song. Like fucking, you know, Janae Aiko obviously could sing really well, and Kendrick obviously spitting crazy verses all the time, and has great melody, great hooks, all that shit. And Cardi really just came in for like a little verse and like just spit a little bit, but it sounded good on the song. So didn't that again also didn't seem much like a Playboy Cardi song. It seemed more just like a Kendrick and Jhené Aiko song with Cardi on it. Like that's one of the things I noticed a lot about this album is that a lot of these songs, like a lot of the features, I would say, are more like they seem like they came from the other artist and they just sent it to Cardi, and Cardi just spit something real quick and then just kept it for his album. that's that's kind of what it seemed like to me, but like I don't know. Let's move on to another good track. I would say Toxic featuring Skepta. That one was honestly really good. Skepta was spitting. Cardi had some verses on it. Um, at first, I really thought Future was on the hook, but it was obviously just Cardi, the way, you know, his engineer just edited everything. Like that got me, that editing honestly got me a lot throughout this album, because I was just like, there's so many songs. I'm like, bro, is this just a Future song? Like, is this Future just fucking rapping? And I'm like, I'm on Genius, and I'm saying like, oh yeah, Future is on a couple songs on this album. Like, he definitely put in some work, but it's like a lot of the editing just sounds like they make Cardi sound just like Future. So I'm like it doesn't sound like Cardi, you know? It sounds more like just a Future track over a Future beat, you know, like Future lyrics over a Future beat. So I'm like, I don't know, but like I said, Toxic, we're not getting onto the bad yet. Toxic was a pretty good song, like just overall. Good credit. Oh man, featuring, that's the actual real Kendrick verse. Cardi's verse is alright in it, but you know, Cardi's verse was a little repetitive. It wasn't like, I would say, you know, it was just like some trash. I feel like he just like pulled it out of his like notepad or something real quick and was just like, oh, let me write. You didn't even like have a full verse written. He just had like a couple of bars, and he's like, all right, let me make a verse out of this, and then just kind of like repeated a bunch of stuff and just was standing in the booth just doing nothing. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, that seems to be a long running like gag in the Cardi albums. On a lot of his features, he seems to either not even have a verse or barely spit anything. And it's like he seems to let the features kind of carry the music. But, you know, let's move on. Filthy featuring Travis Scott. That one was actually pretty good. Like, I fucked with the sample heavy. Filthy did his thing on that thing. You know, Filthy is one of Playboi Carti's like favorite producers. So I think he produces a lot of stuff for Carti, but Wake Up Filthy, yeah, that was a really good track. I'd say like just everything from the samples to Travis Scott's verse, all that, everything was good. I'd say that one of my favorites, it's like one of my favorites up on the list, Jumpin', featuring Lil Uzi Vert. Definitely reminds me of like a song from Future's album, like I Never Liked You. But definitely good vibes, like just the beat and everything, like felt like it was something from like an old Future song. Or like not old, like I Never Liked You. That album seemed like it was a song on that kind of, but you know, Uzi started off a little whack in his verse, but it was like it's whatever. It's like it's good to hear Uzi again. Haven't heard much of Uzi since the last mixtape drop. The next track I would say Trim, and this is actually featuring Future. This one definitely brought back some good vibes, some like high on life vibes for sure. Like that album from 2020 Future drop, that shit was one of my favorite albums from Future, honestly. And this track Trim definitely brought out like some vibes from that old album. Like I don't know, the beat selection, I would say the beat that they used for that track was actually insane. It was like it definitely felt like a high on life, track. Next, one of my favorites is We Need All the Vibes, featuring Ty Dolla $ign and our boy, our man, our savior, Young Thug. Shout out Young Thug. Beat the motherfucking case. Kind of beat the case. I think he should have just stayed in there and kept on fighting against, 15 years of probation or whatever. That shit's fucking crazy. But we all need the vibes. That was an amazing song. I felt that shit a lot. It was great hearing Thug again, rapping, taking the lead, doing the hook, rapping, all that. Like I said before, Carti kind of had like a really minuscule verse. He didn't do much on the song. Ty Dolla $ign, he was spitting though. He definitely had a really good verse. Came in, killed that shit. Next, I'd say this is I think this is actually the only solo song that I have in like the top tier songs from this Carti album. It's Olympian. Olympian is like, I would say definitely like a Carti beat. It's pretty original. Like it's very original. Like it's something that I could hear Carti dropping. I could see Carti dropping, and I could like hear it and tell like, okay, that's a Carti track for sure. Because like I said before, a lot of the solos on this album sound like Future songs. Like they sound just like Future. The way the engineer edits everything, it's just like am I listening to Future right now or am I listening to Carti? I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, Olympian was definitely one of those like, okay, this is an OG Carti song. I feel like he probably had that in the vault for a minute. Like he made that a while ago and, just dropped it on the album. One of the things about this album is like, I feel like a lot of these tracks have been in like just sitting around for a while, like just sitting in a vault on a computer doing nothing. And like here's my theory. I feel like 2025 started, Carti was like, all right, we've been telling these motherfuckers we're gonna drop an album for a couple years now. I don't have anything. Let me just grab whatever I got out of some folder and then let me record all these tracks real quick and then get some features on them. Like I don't know. Like it seems like it was really rushed. It didn't seem like a full, complete album, even though there was 30 songs on it. It didn't seem like it's even complete. There was a lot of times where it's like you listen to a song and the beat's just looping and going, and you're like, all right, this is a cool beat, but is Carti even gonna rap? So it's definitely one of those things. Let me move on to my final favorite song of the album. I'd say Twin Trim. This is honestly not even a Cardi song. Cardi is not on the song at all. He doesn't spit any verse. He doesn't say a word. It's all Uzi. It's literally just a Lil Uzi Vert song, and it's a Lil Uzi Vert song with Lil Uzi Vert beat and no Cardi. So this is definitely one of my favorite songs on the album, but it didn't have any Cardi in it. So I'm like, can Playboi Carti actually drop this on his album and call it his song? Which is like another crazy thing is like when you're on Spotify, you know how you usually have like the artist, the main artist, and then it'll be like either like featuring somebody, you know, after the song title, or it'd be like next to the main artist's name, it'll be the other artist that's featured on the song. Playboi Carti doesn't drop any feature, doesn't give any credits at all on Spotify. I had to go on to fucking Genius to see who's actually featured on all these songs. So I'm like, I don't think that is a really good move for Cardi. I mean, you know, everyone knows how Cardi is. He's kind of a dick. But like, yeah, I think that might legally be a bad move for Cardi. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just talking out my ass. So let me move on to things that I was kind of critiquing a lot more throughout the album. Like, I'm gonna let you know, I didn't write, you know, I didn't get like a whole summary for every single song. There's a few songs I just wasn't feeling, and I'm like, yeah, they just seem like basic Cardi songs that those were the songs I was thinking, you know, he had in the vault, you know, just waiting around forever, and he just never used. So I'm like, all right, a lot of these songs just seem like they came from the trash can, and he was like, all right, let me just throw something in here real quick. All right, let's move on to the stuff that I critiqued a little more. Mojo Jojo. So when I first was listening, I was listening to the album from top to bottom. Mojo Jojo is technically the first Kendrick feature on the album, but he literally just samples, like cuts Kendrick's voice up and samples it throughout the song. And yeah, it just was like, okay, this is weird. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, is this really the Kendrick sample? I mean, the Kendrick feature? Because I heard Kendrick was featured on the album. I didn't know he had like all these songs on there, but it's like when I first listened to that song, I was like, is this the Kendrick feature? Like, they just chopped his voice up? Oh, no, this is cut. But obviously, no, Kendrick had more features on this. All right, my next one, Philly. Philly was actually a really good song. I actually really liked it, but this like fell under the category that like this was not Cardi's song. Like it's featuring Travis Scott. Definitely Travis Scott on the hook, like a Travis Scott, like just, you know, Travis Scott everything, vibe, beat, all that. But I'm like, I literally just thought it was a Travis Scott song. And I had to really check to see if like the album was still playing or if it just moved on to another song. But you know, like I said, a lot of these songs seem like they just came from another artist, and Cardi just spit his verse and just added it on his album. So these two songs were basically just like, I just thought they were like pretty much like a random intro in the middle of the album. Like, I really had to check to see if my Spotify was on shuffle when I was listening to this, because Munyon and OPM Baby, they both just sound like they are intros. The way they just play out, how there's no hook, no melodies, just bars, and then just like a DJ, you know, yelling over it. So I'm like, these, you know, they're kind of out of place, it seemed like to me, because it's like they, like, you know how you could tell the difference between an intro, you know, like intermission or interlude, whatever, and then an outro. It's like all these random like little songs in the middle just felt like intros. Like, they didn't seem like, it wasn't like, oh yeah, welcome back. Whereas it was just like, I don't know, it was just like, Cardi, yeah, yeah. iMusic. And then Cardi raps a little bit, and then it's just like another dude fucking yells over the beat for a little bit. So yeah, I kind of was like a little confused hearing those songs because like I said, obviously I thought they were on this is on like shuffle or something, and they're like playing me an intro and an outro or something like that. But I'm like, no, they're just regular songs in the middle that just have no place in the album. But let me, as I digress, let me move on. This one, Got It and Walk. If I wasn't paying any attention to the album, I would have just thought they were Future songs. Like they literally, like I said earlier before with that other track, I don't know what the engineer was trying, what the engineer is doing, how he's feeling that day, but literally they sound just like Future songs. Like they sound like Future is in the booth rapping, and it's not. It's fucking Cardi. So I don't know what you're doing with your engineer. Oh, sorry. I don't know what you're doing with your engineer, but that's like it's hard. It's cool, but like I thought it was Future. I really thought it was just Future. You know, I didn't think it was Cardi at all. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much all that I kind of wanted to critique about the album. Like overall, it's a pretty good album. Like 30 songs, every song can't be a hit. Like 30 songs is crazy. 30 songs is a lot. It definitely, I can't say it was worth the wait. Like I said earlier on the video, it felt like Cardi just kind of made this album from the beginning of this year and just kind of got a couple tracks together. You know, got like half of his album from just like a random hard drive, and then like half of his album just like rushed through, it seemed like. So it was a good album, it just didn't seem finished. It didn't seem finished, and we've been waiting for it. I can't say we, because I haven't been that much of a Playboi Carti fan. I like Die Lit. I liked his EP, or you know, whatever his Playboi Carti, his self-titled album, whatever it is. But I was never like waiting for Cardi. I just woke up today and I was kind of like, and I saw, oh damn, Cardi dropped. Let me actually make a YouTube video about this, since it seems to be popping. It seems to be a big topic. Well, that's it. You know, let me stop talking your off for a second. Thank you guys for watching. It's Alex, aka Huey Hooligan. Please subscribe if you guys want to see more content of just anything. Like I'm just trying to figure out what my page is gonna be. I have a whole lot of ideas coming up and a whole lot more content coming. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what your favorite song from the iMusic album is. I want to know. So let me know, alright? You guys have a great day. Peace. Love you guys.